Hello and welcome back to a new instalment of Camping with Alex. I am Alex and I'm camping in the wilderness tonight. It is actually such a lovely day. I genuinely couldn't have picked a nicer weekend for this. Don't know if you can see the sun through the trees there. It's about 5:45. Got all of my stuff, camp gear with me. I'm just trying to scope out a nice little spot. Currently in lovely English countryside on a farmer's trail at the moment. So thinking want to go sort of past that group of trees here, and then sort of work my way through that potentially, or actually down there. But yeah, I'm not really sure yet, but yeah, I've just sort of got all my stuff and just gonna do a bit of a hike. Probably not should probably have bought like a rucksack that could fit all this stuff in, but it's not the end of the world. We'll get there. Yeah, so I got a bit of time. I think sunset tonight will be around maybe like 8 or 9, so I've got about 3 or 4 hours before sunset set up. I've actually got a hammock tonight, which is the first time I've ever used a hammock, let alone slept in one, so it'll be quite interesting. Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous because I've never fully wild camped. It's always sort of been like around a campsite, or like, you know, not far from one at least, but this is full English countryside, as you can see. Yeah, it's so lovely around here. That looks like a path as good as ever, so let's go and check this out. And I'm excited to use this hammock. Okay, it's the first injury of the day. It's been about probably 10 minutes. Just cut my ankle on some I don't even know what that is. Some like vine. Yeah, there you go. But oh, it's actually bleeding quite a lot. That will be. Yeah, no, I'll be alright. I've got a first aid kit actually, which I was going to run through, not thinking that I need to use it. Looks like I might need to be using that. It's alright, not a deep cut. Right, so yeah, let's try and find a set of trees that I can swing a hammock in between. It is dog walking hour, prime running hour as well. I mean, obviously, you probably wouldn't be wanting to run around here. However, there might be some people knocking around. So I am just a person walking with a lot of bags, and I'm a photographer. I am just taking photos of the wildlife, if I get questioned. And yeah, I think that's a good excuse as any. Yeah, I mean, for people that don't live in England, this weather is very rare, and when it does happen, we like to get out in it quite a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna make the most of this, and let's find a perfect place for my hammock and we will get started. I think I'm gonna walk back down the same road. Well, I can't call this a road, but this path I came from, and see if there's any better places, because so far the thing is with a hammock, I believe you want, so I'm 6'5", so I'm about 2 meters tall, so I need that distance at least between the trees, which probably isn't too much to ask for, but I think, I don't really know. I assume you probably want double that, because you don't just want the part of the hammock that you sit in just up against the tree. You want to sort of have some leeway for the rope to sit on, and to create some tension. So yeah, I haven't looked up any tutorials or anything, so you're coming with me for the first time for me finding out myself how it's done. So I think I found a decent enough spot. I think someone's been here chopping some wood. It doesn't look too recent. I don't know when that was, but yeah, any wood experts in the chat, let me know. Maybe a year at max. But yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is this pair of trees here. So originally I was thinking this tree to that tree. I think that's going to be a bit too close. So apologies about my bloody ankle. And that's not me swearing, it is a little bit bloody. It's probably just over 2 meters. I think the distance between, I think it's probably a better tree to do it between, is this tree and that tree. Yeah, it's a good distance. Well, I don't know. You'll find out with me. So let me prop the camera up and get my hammock out. So I'll run you through my kit once I set my hammock up. But so I've got a bag full of basically food. I've got a sleeping bag. I think this was like £20 from Amazon. And a bag full of clothes, camera gear, and the hammock, most importantly, actually. And a first aid kit. I'll run through that very shortly. Sort of blends in with the forest slightly. Say I got it in a green because I didn't want it to stand out. I mean, you could get like an orange, like a bright orange one. They did a variation of colours, and I think I chose wisely with this green. That's not, no, there's absolutely no way. Yeah, so this set of trees is probably perfect for it. Might be a bit tight, but I think it'll work. Okay, so after about 15 minutes of repositioning the straps on either side of the tree, I think I went way too high. Like way too high, because I'm just assuming that it would just shrink down a lot, but actually the tension's quite good, because I also want to double this as a seat, and this is probably a good seat height. If I'm having a fire, cooking some food, it's great. And a swing. Don't want to test it too much. Again, this was don't want to litter. This was £20 from Amazon. So yeah, my kit is not expensive and not specialist by any means. Oh my god. Oh my god. What? That is actually so comfy. How far am I off the ground? I've got a bit of leeway. No, genuinely though, that is so comfy. I feel like I'm being rocked to sleep. It's great. So if it starts raining, I'm not in the best position, to be honest, if it starts raining, but there is not a cloud in the sky. I don't think it will. So this is actually insane. I cannot express how amazing this is. I'm so happy right now. This is like off to a really good start. Apart from my ankle, this is off to a really good start. So I've also brought with me a camouflage netting, which I'll stick up on this side, between that tree and this tree. There isn't a path there. I mean, I did walk along it, but I don't believe anyone will walk through this area. Again, I don't really know the area well, but it doesn't look too beaten up. I think a tractor probably went through there, but it doesn't look like it's been there for a while. So I think it's just an extra precaution to put this up, because over here got loads of trees, no chance anyone's walking through there. Same over there. So I think this is the only chance I would get caught. Again, very slim. But you know, an excuse to use my new netting, an excuse to use all the kit that I've got, because this is the first time I'm using any of this kit. It's great. So I'm really excited. So I also last minute bought some rope, because you never know, and turns out I will actually need it, because to hang that camo netting up, I thought I could stick it in between some twigs, but there aren't really any twigs, so to stick it in between anyway, you know, there's plenty on the floor, and I'll be using them for firewood tonight. So yeah, great. To be honest, it doesn't really do much from this angle anyway, but it's more like, because I'm having a fire, low level heat and light just hopefully sort of protects a little bit. And because when I sit and lie in this, I'm actually quite low to the ground, so yeah, I feel from a distance that's probably the perfect height, to be honest, actually. Yeah. First of all, the most important part of this trip, as always, I'm trying a different alcoholic beverage. This is Beavertown Lunar Haze. I am a massive fan of Beavertown IPAs, hazy IPA, and yeah, this is the different one. I haven't tried this one yet, so I'm excited to have some of these. Tonight I am going to be cooking a stag chili. Can you see that? Yeah, a stag chili. So it's basically just a chili in a can, chili con carne. You know what? I didn't actually think about the fact that it doesn't need refrigerating. So the quality of the meat in here, probably not great. But I've seen this on camping videos before. Is where you make a chili, probably better than this one. Cut up your spring onions, whatnot, and you put it into the bag of nachos, and then you scoop it out of the nachos with the cheese and everything. So it looks good when other people do it, so I'm going to try, and yeah, let's see how it goes. Anyway, I'll cook that a little bit later on. It's a bit, actually it's 20 to 7. It's deceivingly late, but yeah, I mean, I'm not really that hungry, to be honest, so I will be cooking in maybe an hour or so, but I'm going to get unpacked and get everything in a neat and tidy little pile. There you go. So now is probably a good time to run through this first aid kit that I've got gifted from my beautiful girlfriend's brother's girlfriend. So yeah, thank you. Whoops. So I've got oh great, I've got an insect repellent in here. That's really quite useful. There are a little bit of bugs knocking around. If they get really bad, I will definitely be bringing that out. I'm feeling quite thirsty. Oh great, look at that. So I've just turned it into like a bench. Don't want to lean back too much, but oh mate, this hammock is just getting better and better. Okay, let's crack these open. They're still cold. Good. Wow, brilliant. My favourite colour is dark purple, and these cans are a very nice dark purple. Just moved you around slightly there. Might be a nice, nice view. Just, yeah, I don't want the smoke getting in front of the camera. Be nice and stealthy about this can opening. Although there is definitely no one there. Nice. Yeah, Beavertown do a really intricate design on all of their cans. I love it. Especially as well on the pint glasses. If you go to the pub and get a pint on draft, and yeah, it's just great. I just think it's yeah, really nice design. They sold me on the design, and to be honest, it is actually really tasty as well. So yeah, great. Very nice. Give me some recommendations in the comments for like a beverage that I should try. I have tried pretty much every lager on tap in the UK, so you know, let's try something a bit more out there. You know, I really love like a sort of like if I go to a farm shop, and like just something that's been brewed locally, just try and like gather as many of them as possible and like go through and just like try out like the best sort of ones. I know that's quite popular with ciders. Not a massive cider drinker myself, to be honest. More of a lager drinker, but yeah, if you have any recommendations, drop them in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to check them out because yeah, I do love a lager and an IPA, and a rum. That's my go-to. Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to say I'm never fussy when it comes to alcohol. So I've had the same haircut since I was maybe 15, 16. I'm 27 years old now. So I probably for the past like 12 years, I've had short back and sides. Yeah, probably get it cut every 2 or 3 weeks. And I think it's quite the trend now to have a mullet. And yeah, I've never tried a different hairstyle. And I asked the barber, you know, what would suit me, and they were like, maybe if you had it longer on the back, and yeah, so I basically just grew it out, went back to the barbers, and they just cut the sides instead. So you'll see on the last, I don't know if you can see much on the last video, but my hair's a bit long at the moment, but I have a mullet, and I really just prefer it. Like it's, to be honest, I don't need to get my hair cut as often. I guess this can be tidied up a little bit, but yeah, it's great. It's nice having hair on the back. It really is. I don't know. It just feels like a mane. Do you know? Like, I don't know how to like describe it, but I just think it's like a hairstyle that I like really like. You know, I felt like it fits me. I don't know what that was. Don't know what animal that is. That I can't even relate it to anything. Doesn't sound like a dog. So one thing about sitting in nature is just like there's so many random sounds. Like what? I don't know if you can hear that on the camera. Like what is that? My guess is a badger, but it's the only real wildlife I can assume will be around here. Deer, maybe deer, or fox, badger. It's definitely not like a squirrel or anything. We don't get too much crazy wildlife around here. You know, no bears, nothing to like worry, no moose, nothing to worry about. But yeah, I hope I see some though. Like I'm sort of like in nature, camouflaged, the best I can be. So I hope they sort of just like come around and I can just be like really close to them. But I don't know. We'll find out. Got my chili. The smell test. Probably not something. It looks good though. Smells so nice. Genuinely smells really good. Does look a little bit like dog food, I can't lie. However, best not to judge too quickly. It probably tastes great. Alright, just whack that on there for a bit and see. Probably best to put the lid on it. Get so much ash in there. See what happens. So the idea here is these tomatoes are some sort of salsa. And I've got guacamole. And then basically just mix it all in the bag. And the flavours come together. Mix that up and keep it on the fire for a bit longer. 10 out of 10. Got a little bit of spice in that actually. I haven't added anything. Great. Am I just being a baby, or is it actually? Okay, no. Yeah, there is some jalapenos in there. So great. Maybe I'll use this shopping bag as my rubbish bin instead. Look at that. The reveal. Look at that. That's just brilliant. That's worked out better than expected. All right. Corn chips. There's the chili. Cheese. Cheddar cheese. Grated cheese. Alright. Yeah, I'll eat this a bit more civilised. And to be honest, it doesn't really shake up that well. I guess I'm going to have to stir it around like this. Oh, that's so good. That sun has just gone behind a tree over there. Like noticeably, a bit darker. Oh, I forgot the guacamole. Oh no. It was gonna happen, wasn't it? It was gonna happen. Down my white shirt and on the hammock. You know what? That's what it's for. I'm enjoying it. So I put a jumper on because it got a bit chilly, and also covers up my sloppy stain on my white t-shirt. But yeah, polished that off, cleaned it up. Yeah, I genuinely. It's one of those things you see online. You're like, yeah, that looks great. I'll try it. You know, okay, looks better online than it is. It tastes better than it looks online. Like it genuinely is so nice. I bought some eggs for the morning, and they have survived being in this box and being rustled around in the bag all day. So I'm glad they've survived the journey. So I'll be having them in the morning with bacon. I also have some bacon. Should be fine. Hasn't been out of the fridge for too long. It's not really hot now, so yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine in the morning. What is that noise? That is someone on a glider. When you see those from a distance, you don't realise how loud they are. Yeah, wow. That takes some courage. That is, yeah, that is brave. I am not one with heights, to be honest. So, yeah. Wow. I would love to see him take off. mean, landing I can understand, you land in a massive field, but taking off, do you have to like go from like a hill? We just do like a running start. If anyone knows or does that themselves, please do let me know. Very impressive. Need to get the fire going again because the temperature's dropping rapidly. Yeah, as soon as that sun goes in, the temperature drops so quick. I've been learning magic for the past maybe year. It's really fun. It's like a thing that I do like 10 minutes every evening, just practice. It's called a riffle shuffle. So get 2 decks. And when I saw someone on YouTube do that, I was like, yeah, right, I'm not going to be able to do that. You just get 2 decks. Just love that sound, it's great. Genuinely though, like, it is just quite straightforward. It's just practice makes perfect. At the moment, I'm learning how to, you know how you do like that, like in between, like flick them from one hand to the other. I've been practicing in bed every night, and I'm getting better. I can basically like make a nice sound, like that, but then it's like putting your hands further apart, which is the hard part. The first time I did it was an absolute mess. Cars just went flying everywhere. Like that. Oh wow, don't want to get them too close to the fire. What's something that you do that takes you off your devices? For me, it's this. Like, I'll just sit and practice this, not staring at a screen. But yeah, there's a device in every aspect of our lives, like phone, go to work, have a computer, and then when you get back you watch TV, like you're always in front of a screen. So this, right now, is great because there's just no screens involved. Off camera as well, I actually haven't really been on my phone. I've been texting my girlfriend a little bit, but yeah, not crazy amounts on my phone, and that's the whole point really for me, is to find ways that are also enjoyable to not go on your phone. I've told people where I am, my location and stuff. Like, to be honest, the one thing this is missing is marshmallows. So on the front screen of this GoPro, I can see myself and nothing else behind me. In real life, it's not as dark as that. So I've got the fire going. I've got my light up there so you can actually see me. But yeah, I'm just gonna get into my hammock here. Temperature's really cooled off now. It has been a super clear day, not a cloud in the sky all day, to be honest. So I'm really hoping for, I'm really hoping that I can see some stars. And yeah, I've got a pretty good view. That light over there is the moon. You can see that through the trees. I'm really looking forward to seeing some stars. It'd be really cool. So I'll just show you the setup from a distance. Here's the camouflage netting, and I've got my light there. Fire's completely gone down. And yeah, I've got my sleeping bag in there, and yeah, it's a pretty simple setup. I only got through one of the beers. Packed quite lightly. Obviously I've gone through the food now, so even lighter. Just puts more weight on that hammock. It'll be fine. So yeah. So I've just been lying here for the past maybe hour and a half, just watching some videos, and yeah, it's a lot colder, but I'm pretty cozy with what I'm wearing and what I've got on me, and yeah, with my face exposed it feels a lot colder, but when I put it under the sleeping bag it's great. And yeah, that's what I've been doing, just watching some Netflix under my sleeping bag. It is really, really nice out here. I'm blinding my face with this torch, so I can't really see up, but I'll show you. I'm not sure how much you can actually see on that camera, but you can see the moon. I'll get some photos because in real life I can see the stars. It's really, really cool. So I'll get some photos on my phone and show you on there. All right, I'll catch you in the morning. Good morning, guys. I slept relatively well last night. I woke up quite a bit. I actually got a fire going at like 3 a.m. because it was a bit cold. Definitely could have done with some more layers, but it was all right. Yeah, and I'm just really cozy right now, and I don't want to get out of bed, but I don't want to see any dog walkers. I don't really want them to spot me, so probably best for me to get out of bed, cook some breakfast, and get out of here. My watch is saying that I slept for 5.5 hours last night. I think that's probably a little bit overestimating. I believe it was probably closer to 4.5. Since I had to wake up and stoke the fire, it was quite cold, to be honest. I think more layers next time. And it's just quite deceiving when it's so warm during the day. It really just cooled down massively at night. Even in this thick sleeping bag, it was great. It was a really good sleeping bag. And most of my body was warm. It was just sort of the extremities, so like the tips of my toes. But yeah, live and learn. And next time I will definitely be bringing more thicker socks and probably double layers. There's so many noises that you just hear in the night, like screams, like I don't know if it's birds or like badgers or deers or foxes, or but there was something, and it was like over there, then it was over here, then it was over there. So like it was moving at one point in the night. It felt really close. And obviously not being able to see anything, even when you shine the flashlight, like it doesn't go that far in. Um, yeah, felt like there was probably some squirrels knocking around here as well because heard some rustling like quite close to the hammock. Um, but yeah, I mean, at one with nature. That's it. That's what I intended. I am looking forward to breakfast. I have bacon butties. You can call them what you want: bacon bap, bacon roll, bacon butty. I know there's probably another variation of um, things you can call them. And the good thing about cooking bacon before you cook the eggs is that it leaves a lot of oil on the pan. I haven't even used any butter or oil or anything. It's just got that inside the bacon. So now I can cook the eggs, and yeah, it will probably cook more evenly, I think. All right. So I put some logs on the fire. I fully believe that that will just uh, light up the flames eventually because it is hot enough. But yeah, let's get these eggs in the butty. I'll just show you my creation this morning. Look at that. Great. Just as I planned, that has now started to light up. So tasty. That was so good. such a great start to the day. I've also got a Lucasade here. I'm getting some electrolytes in early on. Yeah, I think I better get packed up. So yeah, I'm ready to leave for when my ride comes and collects me. So obviously this channel is quite new and I want to make this content as authentic as possible. So by doing that, I don't want to work with sponsors. I just want to give you content that is just, you know, enjoyable to watch, and you don't have to hear me saying buy this pan or, you know, buy the shoes that I'm wearing. I don't want any of that. However, I will put a PayPal link in the description if you want to donate. It's there, but please don't feel obliged to. You really don't have to. Any money that gets donated through that will just fund these videos. So maybe buy a few beers, maybe some like firewood, just little essentials, like little bits of food, I guess. But honestly, please don't feel obliged to. You really don't have to. Just, I want you to enjoy and watch these videos. But yeah, the PayPal link will be in the description if you want to. But yeah, it's just there. So I've just been chilling here, and there is in fact some pheasants that have walked through the camp. I don't think they're aware that I'm here. Lucky enough I don't have a rifle and I wouldn't shoot them if I did. But yeah, I don't know. This is a place that people go pheasant shooting, I hope not. But yeah, just got a couple more Z's in, slept for a bit. Really relaxing with these birds, it's great. Yeah, I've literally just been putting my cap over like here. Sun's come out a bit now as well, so yeah, it's a bit warmer. My lift is a little bit delayed, which is fine, because it just means I can chill in this hammock longer. It's great. So yeah, I'll probably be here for another 45 minutes to an hour, and then yeah, I'll start packing up. So I'm fully packed up. I've got all of my stuff right here. It's smoking a little bit. Just gonna stay by it for the next 5-10 minutes to make sure it's fully out before I leave. But yeah, just looking around. Haven't left anything. Yeah, looks great. Looks exactly how it did when I arrived. So yeah, this is all my gear. Packs up quite small, to be fair. My lift is about 10 minutes away now, so thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.